Thank you, sir.
Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Okay. So I think all of you were there in the last week's class, yeah? We were all there in last week's class. Okay. So last week, what we did was, we got back to the basics and then asked what is it that we are seeking, and thereby we tried to come at why we are studying Bhagavad Gita, a text called Bhagavad Gita. What is the reason for studying Bhagavad Gita? So we were beginning to understand that. And we said that there are four purusharthas: dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. This dharma, artha, kama are the popular purusharthas. Everybody, all of us are seeking that, and not knowing that there is another purushartha called moksha. So Vimala Amma asked, Edna, why are we like this constantly, doing whatever we are doing? When do we ever get to know what's all about? That when do we get to know will not happen unless we ask ourselves the question, what is moksha? Simply saying I want moksha is not enough. I want moksha is like saying I want to go to America. But why do you want to go to America? As a college student comes to me and says, I want to go abroad. Then I ask him why. He doesn't know how to answer why. That means he's not clear. Everybody is going to America, there I also want to go to America. This is not useful. This is not a useful answer. This shows ignorance. Am I clear about what I want? Then whatever you want to do, you do. You will actually be successful. Without knowing stuff, you want to do something just because somebody else is doing. It won't get us anywhere. This is one answer to Vimalaji's question. Why are we like this? We are all so ignorant. We are all ignorant means partially ignorant. We are born in a culture where there is a value for dharma, artha, kama, no doubt. We are not failures. We know how to take care of ourselves, and we know how to take care of our families. But then there is a value for tyaga also, sannyasa, moksha, bhakti. We are all sitting in a big canvas. That canvas is Sanatana Dharma, and that Sanatana Dharma has all these things. Tyaga is a big part. Tyaga means giving sacrifice. Sacrifice means you give up a little bit of what you love. Give up a little bit. It will be painful. It will be very painful. As a child, very painful to, my brother and I used to fight constantly. Amma will give a laddu, and then two laddus. Amma, his laddu is bigger. I used to argue. Laddu is bigger. And then she would say, no, he's younger. Come on, you give him the big laddu. But I can't accept it. No, we're all equals, There's equality. Somehow, when it comes to these things, we say we're all equals. And then I used to argue. But then, this is one kind of tyaga. Tyaga is letting go. Letting go. Come on, it's okay. Give up. Come on, it's okay. Let go. You have enough. Come on, give it. Give a little bit. You are not going to lose. In fact, you'll be richer if you give. Okay? This idea of tyaga is there. But then, the final idea of tyaga is what? I have to give up something. What is it I have to give up? I have to give up ajnanam, self-ignorance.
Excuse me, Sagipatanmai.
Sagipatanmai. Okay, Sagipatanmai. Correct. Sagipatanmai is there. It's a value. Sagipatanmai is a value. And then the value so is important because, and the value nalana, the more I share with others, the more I become relaxed. I am comfortable giving what I have. Even if I don't have something, I can give it. Suppose I have only one thing and I'm supposed to give it to somebody else. That one thing. One reference book teacher said I must have, and I have it, the other people don't have. And somebody said I want it. They can't even buy it. But I can afford to buy it. So I must give it. Can I give it now? And the child, when the child gets used to doing this, then for that child, the life will no longer be a threat. Correct? No longer be something I have to protect myself from. I have to keep myself secure. Why? Because it's used to giving. And so it doesn't see any threat at all. It doesn't see any threat. And the child grows up. And then after that, when the child hears about this moksha, this kind of tyaga, and what tyaga, and then tyaga is very simple for the child. You don't have to teach the adult anymore tyaga. And then ultimate tyaga is give up. Give up what does not belong to you. And what does not belong to you? Ignorance does not belong to you. Because my nature is knowledge. All of us want to know. None of us want to be ignorant. Correct? Suppose we are traveling by car or bus. We are traveling on the road, on a highway. And then suddenly the traffic has slowed down. Slowed down for no reason. There is no light, there is no signal, nothing. Traffic has slowed down. You know what happens? There is some minor accident has happened on the side. The police is there. The cars are blinking like this, and everybody is watching. Everybody is watching, and then they're watching. Why? Why should you see? Is it so important to see this accident? It's important because I want to know what happened. I want to know what happened. It happened in front of my eyes. I need to know. And you know what happened? And then we reach the destination and say, you know what happened on the way? So that desire to know is nature, is part of us. We have to know. Okay, that knowing is general knowing. Knowing what's happening in this world, what's happening in we turn on the news and then see what's happening, etc. That is general knowing. But finally, Atma Ajnanam, இந்த தமிழ்ல ஏதோ சொல்லுவா இருக்கலாம்.
இதுக்கு ஆர்வம் ஆர்வம்
அஜ்ஞானத்துக்கு என்ன சொல்லுவா?
அஜ்ஞானம் தான் சொல்லுவா.
அறியாமை அறியாமை
அறியாமை அறியாமை. That is the word I am looking for. அறியாமை. Okay, because there are many people here Tamil. So தமிழ்ல பேசினா கொஞ்சம் வேற மாதிரி இருக்கும். இந்த நானே I have given talks in Tamil before. And so Ariyamai, this Ariyamai is so important. That is the Tyaga of the Ariyamai is what is being asked for by Krishna here. That Tyaga, how am I going to give up that? It's not going to be easy. And so this is somewhat we've been talking about. So you see, we can talk about each chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, we can talk about summary and this and that. நான் பாட்டு சொல்லிட்டு போயிட்டே இருப்பேன். And then what will happen to you? Okay, so I want you to understand, be crystal clear. Why are you studying Bhagavad Gita? Do you understand Paravidya and Aparavidya? Correct? Okay, we name our children Vidya, or we name our children Sri Vidya or Paravidya, not Aparavidya. We name our children Shreyas. Prayers. There's another thing called prayers, opposite of Shreyas. இதெல்லாம் தெரியுமா? Do you know all these things? Okay. Do we know all these things? Yama is telling Nachiketa, Shreyascha Preyascha Manushyametaha. Correct? He says, hey Nachiketa, there are two things in this life. Two journeys, if you will. What are the two journeys? One journey is called Shreyas, another journey is called Prayas. Which road are you on? Am I on the Prayas road or on the Shreyas road? Am I in the Prayo Marga or Shreyo Marga? If somebody asks you this question, what will you say? What will you say? Simply saying I'm happy and all is not enough. Because I'm happy and all, in our culture, we don't accept all that. I'm happy, you know why we don't accept? Because this I am happy is a coming and going happiness. In our culture, it has no value. A rich person says, I am happy means, are you thankful that you are happy? First question. Are you thankful? Yeah, Purva Janma Punyam எல்லாம் இருக்கு. அதனால தான் you are happy. Illa, Nana Sondama Sambhayichen, I earned my own money, therefore I am happy and all. If you say, people will not respect you so much. In our culture, that's how it is. Why? Because Purva Janma Punyam is there, so much is going on. So this I am happy won't work because this happiness, this is a coming and going happiness. Agama apayino nityaha tam stitikshasva bharata. Second chapter. Matra sparsha astu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkadaha agama apayino nityaha tam stitikshasva bharata. All these inconveniences that are there in our life, unpleasant experiences, Krishna says you just put up with it because that's the way it is. Krishna doesn't say you will be free from sukha and dukkha. Sukha. As much as dukkha you don't want, you just put up with it. Sukha also is like dukkha only, he says. This is mind-boggling a little bit. I don't want dukkham, I want sukham. Okay, this is how all of us, you do the interview, everybody is going to agree with that statement. But then Krishna is going to say, this sukha that you are seeking through dharma, artha and kama, it is agama pai also. Sukha is as much agama pai as dukkham. Dukkham, what do they say? Yeah, all these pains and all will be there, it will come and go. It will come and go, don't worry. This too shall pass. Correct? Put up with it, time will cure everything. But if dukkham can come and go, what about sukham?
Can come and go.
Sukham also can come and go only. So in our culture, there is no value for this sukham. Anybody can be happy at any time. Anybody can be sad at any time. So அந்த ஆனந்தத்துக்கு value கிடையாது. Value கிடையாது. That's why I made so much and this and that. So now, okay, you be happy with what you are. If possible, share it with some other people. That's all. That's all we can say. Are you sharing it with others? If the answer is no, then also there's no value for that wealth. We have a lot of issues like this. Okay. So we'll get cornered. So I'm happy, I'm retired. And then a lot of people say that I'm happy, I'm retired. My children are married and grandchildren are doing very well in school. Okay, fine. For everybody can say the same thing, not just you. And so this is one way. This is called happiness prayers. This is called prayers. If somebody asks you, is that happiness prayers or shreyas? We name our children shreyas. We never name. There's no child called prayers. No Indian man is called prayers. No Indian boy is called prayers. And the prayers refers to dharma, artha and kama, born pray, ananda, that is prayers. A life where I'm constantly seeking artha, kama, dharma, artha, kama, dharma, artha, kama, dharma. That life is called prayers. The moksha idea, there's no idea of moksha. Moksha means when I retire, I will be little more devoted. I will do more. I'll do pradosham and all. I'll go and then all this, in the vasal and the sarga vasal I know all that. Once I get retired, I'll do all those things. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay. So this is everybody's idea. After I retire, I will do all the things that you are talking about. Okay, good. I'm very happy that, what can we say? I'm very happy that you're going to live that long. That's a very good thing. Because I can't say tomorrow whether I'll be alive or not. I don't know. But this man says, after I retire, I will do all those things. That means he has so much confidence in himself. So amazing. This kind of confidence I wish I had, right? So yeah, Krishna is very clear. Janma, what is it? Chapter number 13 or something. We have not come there yet, but he's going to say Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, Dukkha, Doshanu, Darshanam. He says we have to be crystal clear about this prayers. And the prayers, there are 5 doshas, it seems, according to Krishna. 5 deficiencies of the life we are leading. What are the 5 deficiencies? Janma. Difficulty. Deficiency means difficulties in this life. Okay. Janma. Janma, what we are all born. We can't remember our birth, really speaking. Only the mother remembers our birth, father remembers our birth. We don't remember our birth. But the child is born immediately crying. Ah, life starts just wailing, 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 crying. Until then, the child was safe, very happy in the womb. Everything was happy. The minute day one starts, birthday starts with a cry, correct? Our birthday starts with a cry. Did you ever think like that? What is this, Guruji? Your classes are all so depressing. I came for some boost, energy boost. And you're all depressing us all the time. This is not good. No, we are not. We have fun. We laugh at us. That's all. We're just laughing at ourselves. So, Janma, look at that. Janma. Then what? Happy life. Happy life. Then Krishna says, Mrityu. Whenever there is Janma, there's going to be Mrityu, he says. Then this boy might say, Mrityu, death. Oh, long way away. My grandparents are there. My great grandparents are there. My parents are there. After they die, only I'm going to die. Okay, like that. He's saying. And Krishna says, "Oh, I see. Okay, Janma, Mrityu, Jara. Jara means Jara is anybody unmute yourself. Jara.
Old age.
Jara is old age. Jara is old age. If you have a doubt, ask your geriatrist. Geriatrist, Jara. Okay, same Jara. Geriatrist means study of or science of the aging process and the well-being of aged people. Correct? That is called geriatry. So they are supposed to be good experts at understanding the well-being of this aged people. So Jara. Janma, Mrityu, then Krishna says, okay, if you are not afraid of death, then Jara will be there. Then the boy says, old age, did you say? Old age, did you say? Don't you know I'm only 16 years old? Is 16 years old age? Then Krishna also has to say, no, 16 years is not old age. Okay, so you're not worried about old age. No, I'm not worried about old age. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Vyadhi. Vyadhi means disease. What about disease? Or disease, did you say? No, my health is Pakka health. Just you asked me to run right now 100 meters. 100 meters I can run until in 11 seconds I can run 100 meters. And so no, health is not an issue for me at all. It has never been an issue. Never been an issue. But what about future? Any chance? No, I'm not worried about it. We're all healthy people in our family. Even my parents are also reasonably good health. Okay, good. Janma, Mrityu, no fear of Mrityu. Jara, no fear of old age. Vyadhi, this fellow is not afraid of Vyadhi also. Okay, Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Then one more thing is waiting. It's called Dukkham. Even before Vyadhi comes, there can be Dukkham. Dukkham doesn't wait for anything. Father, this boy wants a car because he graduated, and he's very impatient. And father says, no car for you. You did not do well in college, therefore I'm not going to buy your car. You earn your own living and then you buy your own car. That's it. Dukkham. Dukkham, that is all. And so this is the problem with us. So in this Bhagavad Gita, it makes us think. First, it makes us think. Am I focused on prayers or have I shifted my attention to Shreyas? Okay. And this seeking happiness from the outside world. Outside world means what? My outside world is whatever I possess, and then my assets that I possess, all the earnings I have, and then my relatives, my family. This is all main. This is the main thing. Correct? Family and security, financial security. This is all it is. This is artha. And then kama is their enjoyments. Whatever enjoyments I want to have, from having chocolate onwards, all kama, basic kama. This is the artha and kama, artha and kama, artha and kama. Then if I'm religious, then dharma is also there. Dharma only if I'm religious. Then you also have non-religious, righteous people, right? Dharmic people who are not religious at all. That's also possible. That's also possible. So that person doesn't believe in any God, or God is not important to him at all. But that person will not lie. The person will say, no, I cannot cut corners. I will not take a shortcut. Okay, that person is definitely a very significant person in our life. If we know such people, then that person also, dharma, artha, kama. But the problem with all these three is we have to recognize that there is a problem. That artha is going to make me happy, kama is going to make me happy. This is our common experiences like this. If I get something I want, I'm happy. If I lose something I like, I'm unhappy. Or if I get something I don't want, I'm unhappy. Like gray hair, gray hair. This man, all the who and all that. And finally the wife says, look, did you see you're having some gray hair? I said, really, are you sure? Then he goes. The next half an hour he doesn't come out of the bathroom at all. Because he's suddenly found one. Now he's scared. And then he's looking all over. Back, come, look. And the back, how is it? Like that he's asking. So now his focus is all on this thing, the gray hair that he doesn't want. I don't know why people don't want gray hair. I'm still not clear. This mystery I've not solved. Gray hair is good to have, I think. I think gray hair means maybe you can say, oh, I've become very wise at a very early age. Therefore, I have gray hair. Why not say like that? You should make a good out of everything, Correct, Dana? See, Mahalakshmi is saying, yeah, correct. That's how it should be. So this prayas and shreyas, very critical. Is happiness not coming from outside? If it is not coming from outside, where is it coming from? If you ask that question, then this is where our rishis have to, suddenly all our rishis, our devatas, everything come. They all come. Rishis, devatas ko chodo. Rishis who have thought through it and given us this Vedas. And they say, Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Hey, everything I like, because it is not like that thing that I had just now, that Rasagulla is making me happy. That is what you think. But really speaking, what the Rasagulla did is removed that way that stops, that was blocking me from recognizing my own Ananda Swarupa. And so for momentarily that veil and that curtain was removed, and suddenly I saw my own Ananda, and you thought that Rasagulla made you happy. This is what Shastram is saying. What a shift it is. Suppose it is true. What the Rishi is saying is true. Then it's the greatest thing you can ever be exposed to. Correct? Because it means I've been focusing all my attention, all my life on so many things, acquiring things, protecting things, saving things, and all that. But now Shastram is saying that is not the right thing also. That is not enough. That is needed. Okay, to protect the body, some security and all is needed, no doubt about that. But then that is not Ananda. You are Ananda Swarupaha. Your nature is Ananda. You don't have to look for Ananda outside. If that becomes a thesis, then my whole approach becomes different. Correct? My approach to life will be different now. How will my approach change? My approach will change. My emphasis on the things on the outside world will reduce. And then I'll spend more time about this Atmanubhava, Atmananda, etc. Whatever you're talking about, that I'll spend more time on. Correct? That is how it shifts. That is what the Shastram says. Who is qualified to study something like Bhagavad Gita? That person who has recognized that and is beginning to shift the attention, okay, from overemphasis on the external world and relatives and people and things like that, and from that come towards yourself. Pariksha lokan karmachitan nirvedamayat brahmanaha. That is it. Upanishad says that. It's an Upanishad Vakya. uses the word Brahmana. Brahmana not means one who is wearing all these pattai and all, not that person Brahmana. Who is a Brahmana? Pariksha Lokan, the one is Loka ko Pariksha jo kiya, apna experiences ko, apna anubhav ko, I've lived so many years, decades I've lived. Having examined that, Pariksha, having examined that, hey, what is this? People are coming and going, and then happiness is there, sadness is there. The rich person is sad also, and the poor lady also is happy sometimes. Hey, how is it possible? If happiness has to come from wealth, then the rich person should never be sad, and the poor person should always be sad. I don't see that also. In fact, the poor comes and consoles this wealthy man who is sad. Ennaya, why are you worried about all these things? Pana vandudu pohum. Are, she's talking Vedanta. She knows nothing about Bhagavad Gita, all the Shastram she doesn't know. She's consoling this wealthy man. I'm thinking of, our servant maids and all, we have people coming and going, and then they seem to be okay. They also have sadness in their lives. Their families are not good also. And the husband is a drunkard, this, that, their family is also somewhat iffy only. But they are ready to give advice also. And yeah, why are you worried about all this? Like that they say. That means what? That means we are confused. That means we seem to be confused because we are still not asking the question, what is this happiness? I want to be happy all the time. You ask somebody, do you want to be happy inside the house or outside the house? Do you want to be happy in the morning or in the evening? Choice, this is the choice Bhagavan is giving us. Okay, you want to be happy? I can tell you one thing. I can either make you happy only in the morning or only in the night. You choose what you want. What kind of choice is this? It is like Bhagavan Shiva came to this Shankaracharya's father and mother, Aryamba, and what is his father's name?
Shivaguru.
Aryamba and Shivaguru, correct. Shivaguru and Aryamba, they prayed for a son, a child, and then Bhagavan Shiva says, yeah, I'll give you a choice. God should not give choice. They should just come and give and walk away. If this giving choice and all is a problem, that means some pariksha is going to go on. So do you want a child who will live 100 years, but who is a buddhu, who doesn't really know anything? Or do you want a very pandita, he is a scholar from day one, and but he won't live long? What kind of choice is this for a parent? இது மண்ட உடைசல் தான். இது தர்ம சங்கடம் இது. And then they said, but they had made a choice. They said, give us the wise boy, wise child. That's what they said. So that's how we have Adi Shankaracharya. If they had chosen somebody else, then what will happen? And for us, no Adi Shankaracharya, right? So we have to thank Shivaguru and Aryamba for that. So this is the story there. And so I'm purposely saying all this. Some of this is repetition, I know. And sometimes we have to hear the same thing again and again. Prayas, Shreyas. Prayascha, Shreyascha, Manushyametaha. Yama is going to say, we are studying Kathopanishad. Shortly, he is going to tell this to Nachiketas. Tau Samparitya Vivinakti Dhiraha. So that Dhiraha, that person who has decided to go from prayers to Shreyas, correct? Decided prayers has some limitations, and that's why they say there is Punarjanma. If I'm fully focused on prayers, I'll be born again. Why? I'm a very dharmic fellow. Okay, Punyam is there. What will Punyam do? It will create another birth. Good birth, no doubt, but another birth will be there. So that person decides, okay, I want to focus my life on Shreyas. That person is called Dhiraha. Yama calls that person as Dhiraha. So, Vivinakti Dhiraha. That Dhiraha, Vivinakti means understands Shreyas and prayers. Yeah, they are two different things altogether. Vivinakti Dhiraha. Tau Samparitya Vivinakti Dhiraha. Shreyo hi preyo hidhiro abhibrinite. So that person gives up prayers and goes after shreyas, it seems. And then the other person, preyo hidhiro, preyo hi, and then he says the person who chooses prayers will continue to follow that, and then will continue to do that janma after janma after janma. That is what Yama is saying. Therefore, Nachiketa, you have made the right choice of finally saying you have analyzed your experiences. Pariksha lokan karmachitan nirvedamaya brahmanaha, correct? And that person is called a brahmana. Now understand. Now our definition of brahmana is changing, correct? Previously, we have an idea of who a brahmana is, kshatriya is, etc. It's all based on religion, based on ashrama, based on varna. So I'm a brahmana means I must be doing all these things. Okay. Then that person is a kshatriya. Then this person is a vaishya. Like that, we have some ideas. But now Upanishad is taking us to a different level. Hey, no, brahmana, give up the old definition. Come to the new definition. This person was taken to the path of shreyas is called a brahmana. What about the other people? You can call them whatever you want. Abrahmana. They're all abrahmana. Brahmana and abrahmana. That's it. So, this is the journey, correct? This is very important. I mean, that prayers and shreyas understanding. And take it a step further. Then what is moksha? What is moksha is that? Every religion talks about salvation, liberation. They have all these words, okay? They use different words. But in our own dharma, our own culture, the word moksha can be understood differently by different people, correct? Some, the Dvaitas, Vashishta Dvaitas and Advaitas, mainly, okay? There are many other schools also, but mainly these are the three. So everybody has their own idea of moksha. Popularly, we can say two types of mokshas are there. What is two types? One is, after I die, I will reach God. Because I am a devotee, I am a religious person, God is happy with me, therefore God will take me to dash. So Vaikunta or Kailasa, whatever your heaven is, I will go there. And because of my Shraddha, there is no doubt that I will go there. I have no doubt at all. This is one school. This is one school. Vishishta Advaita, Dvaita, all these people are in that same school. Some differences are there between these two, of course. We'll get into that later. That is one school. Another idea is what? Wherever you go, that going is still within time and space, and it is a result of your own punya. Permanent, you can go to heaven, but heaven is also a place, it's a finite entity, and it is going to heaven is a result of your punya only, and punya will get exhausted when you go to heaven. It's like going to a vacation, you know, Bali, Indonesia, Jammu and Kashmir, Vaishno Devi. So Vaishno, you don't simply go to Vaishno Devi and come. You go all this trek, you will see Himalayas, and then you have to go on the rope walk, and you have to do this, and you have to do all those things. Correct? You simply won't go to see Vaishno Devi. A lot of other things you do. So Krishna will say that this particular moksha, you can go to heaven, no doubt. But Krishna is going to say, Kshine Punye Martyalokam Vishanti. Where is that shloka? Kshine Punye Martyalokam Vishanti. Correct? It is there in one of these chapters. Kshine Punya means what? Kshine Punya Sati. When Punyam becomes Kshinam, means when it gets exhausted, then what happens? Because it's too expensive. Living in Swarga is very expensive. Here we have a particular hotel called Swarga Residency, very close to our house. Mahalakshmi ji is smiling. Swarga Residency. Hey, when you are living in a nice posh hotel, might as well call it Swarga. Why anything less than Swarga? So Swarga, you should go to Swarga Residency. But then Swarga Residency also, after some time, you will have to look at the bills are all piling up. And so you have to say, this is enough. It's time to go back home. That's what Krishna is going to say. Kshine Punya Martyalokam Vishanti. So you'll come back. That's what he's saying. So this is what we analyzed in the last class. See, I'm purposely repeating, and so that this fundamental is so critical. I really mean it. Only then after that, the rest of shloka meaning and all detail we can figure out. We can really figure it all out. This is not a problem at all. I found Swamiji also used to always highlight that. He'll always talk about the basic problem. What is the problem? Do you understand the problem or not? The minute you understood the problem, you know what will happen? The solution will just appear in front of you. It'll be crystal clear. Crystal clear. You see, these young parents, okay, they just got married. They just got married. And then after a year or so, they have a baby. And you know what happens? No longer they are going for matinee shows, midnight shows and all. Though the midnight show is ghar mein ho raha hai. Every day is a midnight show for in their house anyway, because new baby. So, new baby. Now, they are not going to all these ice cream shops and all that. Ice cream shops days are over. Okay. Later on, when the child grows up, then we will go to ice cream shop. But now, what is the shop? They are going to these shops where they sell baby items. Baby items only, that store only they'll go. Hey, where are these baby stores? Baby stores. Then right there in front of your house, don't you know? Oh, yeah, correct. Right there is a baby store. What happened all these days? You did not see? Yeah, you did not see. Why? Because I didn't care about it. It was not relevant at all. Why would I go to a baby store when there is no baby at home? Unless I want to buy a gift for somebody. That's different. So suddenly the solution that has always been there, suddenly it becomes real when the problem is clearly understood. Therefore, it's very critical for us to understand Dharma Artha Kama versus Moksha, Preyas versus Shreyas. Among Moksha also, types of Moksha. One is going to heaven Moksha, another is Moksha here and now. Correct? Moksha here and now. That is where you get these words called Jivan Muktihi. We see sannyasis. Sannyasa is irrelevant. If there is no Jivan Muktihi, sannyasa is irrelevant. Somebody who's attained the moksha in this life itself. Next question, your question should be, how do you attain moksha in this life? That should be the next question. Okay. But we'll come to that. And so that sannyasa ashrama becomes relevant. When it becomes relevant, when the Shreyas Marga becomes more and more important in my life, and I'm withdrawing more and more from prayers, there comes a time when a person says, that's it. That's it. I'm going to study the Shastra. That's it. Whatever time I have, I'm going to study Shastra. I have accomplished everything else. Everybody is doing good. Okay. If everybody is doing good, why should I worry about everybody? See, why should I worry about my children and grandchildren if they are doing good? Children will call me if they want help. So therefore, I don't have to worry. Therefore, I have all the time in this world. And the person says, that's it. I'm going to study the Shastra. Our culture makes an allowance. Our culture says, if the person is really serious and if the person's responsibilities are all over, the person can take sannyasa. Only in this land called Bharata Bhumi, this is still alive. Sannyasa ashrama is there. Correct? Nowhere else it is there. Nowhere else. Swamiji goes to America and then he gets into customs. The customs person is checking the suitcase. You know, they open the suitcase and check what you have. Because you're not supposed to get certain things and things like that. So they check. And so Swamiji's suitcase he opens. And what is there in his suitcase? Well.
Yes. Kavi Odai.
Kavi, ella Kashaya Vastram only. Just neatly stacked. Kashaya Vastram is there. And you know what he says? Oh, orange clothes. So maybe he thought, oh, this is orange clothes he's wearing now. But maybe he has a change of clothes, you know, violet clothes, white clothes, pink clothes. Some different colors should be there, right? Because nobody wears the same dress again and again and again and again and again. No, that idea is not there. So he says, orange clothes, only orange clothes. And you know what, Swami is very good at this. He keeps his humor. He's extremely good in humor. So he says, in America, they have something called Halloween. These days, here also, I'm seeing Halloween, Halloween, and all that. I don't know how many people understand this, but there's something called Halloween. Halloween means you have to wear a type of dress, some dresses, which will scare the hell out of people. That's called Halloween. You just like a devil, you should come, like a ghost, you should wear. In the night time, it's crazy. I still haven't understood this Halloween. Other than that, it's a time when people have a lot of fun. So Halloween, people wear different kinds of dresses, and we all completely all dress. They put some juttu, something somewhere. They do all kinds of stuff. So Swamiji told this customs guy, yes, Halloween has come a little soon for me. Okay, this is what Swami told. He is telling us in a satsang like this. And so, but then how can you explain sannyasa ashrama to somebody like that? You can't. Because there is so much going on here. And so that sannyasa ashrama becomes very important. And third chapter is called Karma Yoga. Fourth chapter is called what? So now we have to review. Om Tat Sat iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade
Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga.
Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yogo Nama Chaturtho Dhyayaha. Correct?
Jnana Karma.
Panchamo Dhyayaha?
Vibhagama.
Sannyasa Yoga.
Sannyasa Yoga.
Sannyasa Yoga, or sometimes called Karma Sannyasa Yogo Nama. Then fifth is what?
Atma Samyama Yoga.
That is sixth.
Jnana. Aravade Jnana Yoga.
Correct. What I asked just now is fifth. That is Karma
Sannyasa Yoga.
Fourth was Jnana Karma Sannyasa. So the word sannyasa comes there. So now we have to ask, what is the sannyasa? Is he asking Arjuna to take sannyasa? Quite the contrary. Correct? Krishna is not asking Arjuna to take sannyasa. Because then if he does, Arjuna can ask Krishna, are you sannyasi? Who are you to ask me to take sannyasa? Hey Krishna, are you sannyasi or what? No, you yourself are not a sannyasi. Why are you asking me to take sannyasa? You can say that. So, therefore, the word sannyasa comes here. Nyasaha. Samyak nyasa. Nyasa, in the normal sense, sannyasa is what? Giving up one's duties, family duties, etc. And giving up our clothes also, all the beautiful, colorful, what is the latest? Come out of touch with all this modern, dresses, raiments and all that. Those days, raiment, suiting, shirting. I don't know today if it is raiments or not. I saw a raiment store there. So my raiments must still be there, I think.
Still there.
So those days, raiments and all that. Now what? Give up all the raiments, chodo, and then wear one kashaya vastru. This is called sannyasa. It's called ashrama sannyasa. It's called what? Ashrama sannyasa. Means what? Hey, there is a brahmachari ashrama, grahastha ashrama, vanaprastha ashrama, sannyasa ashrama. That sannyasa, which is visible to our eyes. When you look at somebody, oh, that person is a sannyasa. Visible, very obvious. Entire country, you can see this, and we all know the idea of sannyasa. That sannyasa, Krishna is not talking about. Then what is he talking about? Jnana karma sannyasa yogo nama. Means what? Means what?
To detach yourself from all the karmas. Whatever is happening because of me. That is what Krishna is trying to tell Arjuna. Sannyasa means
எனக்கு எதுவும் ஒட்டலைன்னு சொல்லலாமே. எனக்கு எதுவும் ஒட்டல, நான் எதுலயும் பட்டுக்கல, எல்லாத்தையும் நான் விட்டுடுறேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம்.
Okay. So two answers. Mahalakshmi said, no, I am really not doing anything. It is all happening because of you only, or through me things are happening. Vimalaji is saying, through me it's happening, nothing sticks to me. Ottala.
எனக்கு எதுவும் வருத, நான் அதுல ஒட்டிக்கவே இல்லை, எனக்கு வேண்டாம்.
Ottikave illa. This is very unique Indian concept. It's all unique. Ottikave illa means asangaha, asangoham, and so nothing can stick to me. Symbolized by our devatas, Saraswati, Lakshmi, and all. Where are they sitting?
தாமரப்பூ.
Tamarapu. They are sitting on a lotus flower, and the significance of the lotus flower is what? This
Just a minute.
nothing sticks to me. That idea is there. So nothing sticks to me. Now we get into this. We are now shifting. This is Karma Yoga Buddhi and all will come. Okay. And so the second chapter, I mean this first Shatka, first 6 chapters we have finished chanting. Now we are about to finish chanting the second 6 chapters, right? So there is a nice split. First 6, second 6, and third 6. Okay, that is 18 chapters. So this Mahavakyam is the main thing. Suppose you say you have to know yourself. Who am I? Popular question, correct? Who am I? Nan yaar. Okay.
நான் என்னை அறிதல். நான் என்னை அறியணும்.
நான் என்னை அறியணும். So I have to know myself. I have to know myself means today I don't know who I am or what. Suppose somebody asks you, somebody is introducing you or they want to
We always show ourselves as this body or this mind or this intellect or this name. We are beyond that. And the nan-gardu vera.
Okay, so that is called Viveka. Even to make that statement, that nan, that I, aham, is really not the body, is really not the mind also. To understand that, to even make a statement like that, you see how much awareness is needed? How many of us can how many people can confidently say that? How many can confidently, not among this class. Among this class, we are all confident, no doubt. Otherwise, we will not be there here. But in general, among people, how many can confidently say that? So that itself requires a lot of awareness. Therefore, this first 6 okay, what I was saying is this. And that, who am I? To answer that question, who am I? And to understand that answer, the Shastram talks about Mahavakyam. Who am I? If I ask, automatically that question will transform itself into who is Ishvara, who is God. The minute I ask who am I, the God automatically enters. Topic of God, Ishvara comes, and then who is Ishvara, and then what is this world? We say God created the world, and I'm part of this world. But now my understanding has to change dramatically. Okay. And so therefore I am forced to ask the question, who am I? I have begun to understand that I am not the body. What is the meaning of the statement, I am not the body? What are the implications? The implication is body is subject to birth, subject to death, subject to aging. This janma, jara, mrityu, etc. is all an attribute of the body. Nobody can stop the body from undergoing these changes. 6-fold changes. What are the 6-fold changes? Asti, jayate, vardhate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, vinashyati. This is called Shad Vikaraha. If you want to note it down, this is very important for us to understand. 6-fold changes. What are the 6-fold changes? Asti. Asti. Is. Asti means literal meaning is. Means in the womb there is this fetus. Asti. Fetus must be there. Okay. Asti. அப்புறம் வரையா கொஞ்ச நேரம் யார்கிட்ட சரி நான் கீழே வந்து கொடுக்கட்டுமா? ரைட், கிச்சன்ல இருக்கு. ரைட்.
Asti.
Okay. So I see. So our people are coming in and going, correct? So our maids are coming. There's something else. Transactions are constant. That is why they say, if you really want to study, you just run away to the ashram. Otherwise, the door is constantly there knocking. Something or the other is happening. I have no job really. Other than taking care of my parents, I have no job. And so from morning to night, I'll be sitting. And if somebody gives me food, fantastic. That trip also to the dining hall is saved for me. This is how my life is. But people are knocking, and that's fine. Whatever has to be done has to be done. We'll do it. But so I was asking a question. Yeah.
Sixfold. First is
Sixfold change. Asti. First. Jayate.
Word.
Purakardu. Janma. Jayate means janma. Asti jayate is born. Once the womb fetus is there, it will be born. Then vardhate.
Vardhate.
Correct. Vardhate. VARDHA. Vardhate. Grows. The day the child is born, immediately day after day, fastest growth is during the initial stages. So vardhate. Then what? Then viparinamate. Changes. After some time, the child is okay, not growing that much. It has become tall and all that. But then viparinamate changes. Voice is changing, adolescence, hair is growing. All these changes are happening. Correct? Viparinamate. That keeps happening for some time. Then what?
Viparinamateya.
Correct. Viparinamate. Correct. Viparinama means change. Parinama means change.
Oh.
Viparinama means changes for good. Means no coming back. You can't say, you can only think, oh, those great days in school, how we used to enjoy, our teachers, Sanskrit teacher was there, English teacher, all this you can only say, that's all you can say. You can just recall over. You can never go back. Correct? Viparinamate. Okay. Parinama without opposite of aparinama. You can never go back. So viparinamate. Then what? Apakshiyate. Apakshiyate means what? Decline. After some time, body begins to decline. Body's functions begin to decline. And after 40 years, 50 years, whatever age you want to say, after that it declines. Apakshiyate. Then what? Vinashyati.
destroy.
Jayate, then vinashyati. This is, nobody can change. Even Krishna cannot change this. God also cannot change it. Please make a note of it, please. We have to stop saying things like God is all powerful, Sarva Shaktiman, therefore he can do whatever he wants, etc. No, he can't violate his own laws. Underline that statement. So now those days we had some idea of God. Now we have to amend our idea of God. Correct? God also cannot change. If God could change, then he could have changed Duryodhana. Why God could not change Duryodhana?
He was destined to be like that.
So that means God cannot change destiny. That's what you're saying. That means God cannot change.
God who has created him also.
Therefore,
he has only created Duryodhana also to know to the world that both good and bad simultaneously exist. That is what அவரோட பிரபஞ்சத்தை உருவாக்கி நல்லதை ஹைலைட் பண்ணா there should be a bad thing அவனை வச்சு இவனை ஹைலைட் பண்ணணும்.
கஷ்டங்கள் வந்தாலும் அதை ஜெயிச்சுன்னு இருக்க தெரியணுங்கிறதுக்கு தான் அந்த கஷ்டத்தை எல்லாம் கொடுக்குறாரு.
Okay. So therefore, if that is the argument, therefore when we are sad, do we pray to God to remove sadness?
Actually,
why don't you tell God, no, it's part of my destiny to get the sadness. Okay, it is part of my fate to get this. You only created it. So I can't ask for anything, because if I ask from tomorrow onwards, remove my sadness, that means you're asking for something that God cannot do, because it's already destined. It is destined to happen. It is destined. See, I'm purposely asking this question. You can't say this and you can't say that also. You can't have both. If you say everything is as per Bhagavan's niyama, niyati, according to the karma, then you allow the karma to unfold.
இல்ல அதை இப்படி ஏற்கனவே வச்சாச்சு, இனிமே அதை மாத்த முடியாது.
மாத்த முடியாது. சோ மாத்த முடியாதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு மாத்துன்னு சொல்லக்கூடாதுன்னு சொல்றேன். ஐ அம் சேயிங்
தெரியுமா, நம்மளால அதை தாங்கிக்க முடியறது இல்ல. அந்த சக்திக்கு தான் வேண்டிக்கணும். மாத்தி வேண்டிக்கிறத விட give the strength to undergo whatever is being given by you so that we cross over it. And
this is a better answer. The better answer is what? I know I have to go through all this. I know I have to go through this difficulty because that's how it is. And my karma is there. Everybody's karma is all intertwined, connected, and all that. So it's all a big like a spaghetti. And so that spaghetti is already there. And so we can't come out of the spaghetti. And so what? Therefore, give me what Mahalakshmi ji said is give me the ability to put up, bear with whatever difficulties are coming to me.
இந்த கவலைகளை நினைக்காம இருக்கிறதுக்கு எனக்கு கொடுக்கணும், அவ்வளவுதான்.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. So that's reasonable. That's reasonable. I think that's a more mature prayer in my opinion. Why it's mature? Because it reflects our understanding of life. Things are already set in motion. Bhagavan cannot simply amend his laws like we amend the constitution. No, Bhagavan cannot amend his constitution. Not possible. Otherwise, what kind of God you're talking about? He himself is amending. God is amending his laws, you know. And so that is not God. That is something else. Okay. Therefore, that awareness is there. Correct? That awareness is there. And so this sannyasa, I was thinking of sannyasa. And so here the sannyasa is what? No, sorry, I was talking about this
6 points you said.
The point's over, right? Asti, Dayate, you got that. You noted the viparanam, the vikara, shad vikara. But then Shastram says, I am not the body. Body has shad vikaram.
ஆமா, அப்ப அனுபவிக்கணுமே.
Mind has shad vikaram. Body has shad vikaram. Therefore, body has janma and maranam, both. Mind also has janma and maranam. Am I the body or not?
இல்ல, the body.
That is the catch. This is the catch. The minute we get it, then Atma is what? Atma is Panchakoshatitaha. Atma is different from the body. Atma is different from the mind. Atma cannot be the body. I must have the confidence to say that. There is no chance. Body, let it be. Yes, Atma is in the body. Maybe I can say, until I know better, I can say Atma is in the body. Atma is in the mind. Whatever you say, Atma is not the mind. Then what happens? Then what is Atma question will come. Therefore, who am I will come. Therefore, I understand the problem. Problem is what? Self-confusion. Self-confusion means what? I am confused about who I am. Can we say that could be one of the problems? Self-confusion. I am confused about who I am, really am. Because I think I am the body, I am insecure because I see the body going through all these problems. And then I say, I conclude, I am a mortal.
An instrument. I am an instrument. Now or kari.
So I am initially what? I am a mortal. Then finally, then little bit later, I am an instrument in your hands. Okay. Then we have to take it further. Okay. That is not Vedanta. You have to take it further. I am neither body nor instrument also.
I am that I am.
Huh?
I am that I am.
I am not body. I am not instrument. I am you. I am no different than Ishvara. Ishvara also is the same I. I am that same I Chit. And that Chit is Amartya. Immortal. Because my problem is mortality. My problem is mortality. Nobody can stand mortality. Correct? Nobody can say, I'm happy to die. Nobody can say that. Nobody can say that. I'm happy to die. Nobody in the world can say that. Animals, they also don't want to die. They may not be able to speak like us, but they also don't want to die based on our own observation. We can see animals. Nobody. They're all running away from threats. Okay, look at these TV channels are there. The lion and all is chasing the deer, and the deer is just running. So anyway, in conclusion, that Shastram is going to take us all the way from I am the body, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the senses, etc. Then who am I if it says Jiveshwara Aikyam? I am, my Swarupa is not different than the Swarupa of Ishvara, Bhagavan, and therefore there is an identity between the two. The body of the Jiva is not identical to body of Ishvara. It can't be identical. I am a minuscule, small thing in this whole universe. Therefore, that body cannot be equated. Then what is being equated? Something is being equated. Tat tvam asi. Asi in Sanskrit, asi means are. Tat means that. Tvam means you. You are that. You are that. That's all. That's all it says. Means what? You, the Jiva, is that Ishvara, Jagat Karanam Ishvara, the creator of this world. You are the creator of this world. This is crazy stuff, correct? If you tell this to your small young children, what do they think? Grandmom, you're crazy. This is what they'll tell you. Mahalakshmi has 2 grandchildren. So you won't say that. You'll quietly introduce it later. But now she'll tell stories and things like that.
புரியல
Ah?
என்ன சொல்றேன் புரியலையே.
சொன்னேன், there is something called Mahavakyam. Tat tvam asi.
அது தத்துவமசி சொன்னேன்.
I'm saying after that, you have to be careful who you tell this to. Because Tattvamasi means you are that. Jiveshwara Aikyam. There is an Aikyam between Jiva and Ishvara.
ஆமா.
Only our culture talks about it. Every other culture will brand us as crazy people. In fact, it is this vision that is supporting this entire world right now. So much conflict is going on. This Tattvamasi Mahavakyam only is kept us sane, and it hopefully it will continue to survive. Hopefully we will not become Muslims in 20 years. And really, this is not a joke. This is reality. The way things are going, they are walking around jihad and all, they are talking. This is a reality. Your scholars are already talking about it. Anyway, so our prayer is this Tattvamasi Mahavakyam is there, and it is our responsibility to study it and help ourselves and help the rest of the people. So we'll continue this discussion about Tattvamasi, and then I will connect it to the 6 chapters. How do we connect it? Well, this first 6 chapters refers to Tvam. Second 6 chapters refers to Tat. Last 6 chapters of the Bhagavad Gita refers to Asi, Aikyam, equality. Correct?
Super.
So we'll conclude with that, and I'll turn it over to Mahalakshmi.
Will you be next class also? Please kindly, can you make it next class?
Wednesday at 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's do that.
Okay.
Last Wednesday, what happened?
You had some other.
Yeah, last Wednesday some engagement came up.
Dakshinamurti Slokam. You Thursday class you should.
Correct. Our class with Swamiji got preponed, so advanced. That's why. So next Wednesday, let's meet the Mahalakshmi.
Okay, we'll continue, sir. It's very interesting. Shall I say the concluding prayers?
Yeah, please.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Sarvebhyo Dhanyavad. Namaskar. Dhanyavad.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಗುರುಜಿ.
Thank you all.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದः ಗುರುಜಿ.
Done. Thank you. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
நீங்க ஆடியோவன நிறுத்திடுங்க. அந்த ரெக்கார்டிங் நிறுத்திடுங்க.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise அதுக்கு